I'm Chef Jacob, and today I'll be showing you how to create a delicious and nutritious snack, a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. The first step in making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich is to gather all your materials. So first, you gotta make sure you have a clean working environment. So that's when you Windex. And if you don't do this, you might end up into the hospital, which would not be a very good day. The next step is to get your tools, which would be a butter knife. I like butter knives because they're not really sharp and they're not as likely to cut you. And a saucer. You don't really need it to be that big because of it's just a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and it won't take up that much space. The bread. I mean, you don't have to go all out. You could get wheat. You could get white. I just like this because it wasn't too expensive. Sorry. And then we got jelly. I like this squeeze top because you can just open it up and squeeze it out. Then the peanut butter, and it wasn't peanut butter. I like creamy peanut butter. You get chunky peanut butter. And finally, a napkin to clean up everything once you're finished. Next, you will need your peanut butter. I choose to use the Walmart brand because it basically tastes the same as the others, just a whole lot cheaper. You can use creamy, you can use crunchy. It's really just all your personal preference. Next, I like grape jelly. You can really use any type of jelly you want. I just like to use grape. I like it in the squeeze bottle. You can use it from a jar, but squeeze bottle for me tends to be easier. And next, you have a napkin to clean up after yourself, which would prevent you from going to the hospital, which, like the Windex, would be a very, very bad day. The next step is assembly. In the start assembly, you need to get the bread out of the bag. I tend to like the middle pieces of the bread just because they're, as you can see, they're bigger than other pieces. They don't have as much crust, so you get a good flavor. And also, I like this white bread better than wheat bread, just because white bread tends to complement the flavor better. Because if you have wheat bread, the wheat sort of takes over, and you don't get as good a flavor if you don't get as good a flavor. Another tip is to make sure you spread the peanut butter evenly over the bread. That allow the peanut butter to have a taste in every mouth, and will not allow it to complement the jelly rather than overpower the jelly. The next step is to put your jelly onto your bread, and this is where the squeeze bottle can be your best friend, because unlike the peanut butter, which I just showed you, this allows you to put the just perfect amount on it, and you don't have to guesstimate or anything. And just like that, you got to put it on, and you got to be careful though, because if you put too much, it can really overpower it. But if you put too little, you won't have enough a bite and everything. So then you got to just spread it out, and then that's it. The next step is to clean up your workstation. This is to prevent your mom from getting mad at you, or you end up going to the hospital, which would be a very, very bad day. In conclusion, I've given you the skills that is needed to create a nutritious and delicious snack for the whole family. It can be made very, very cheaply, and it does not take a lot of time to prepare, which can come in handy when you have like finals and you need to do it, and you need to make something real quick and get back to studying, which it can also come in handy like when Dad's cooking. And let's all face it, there's not a lot of dads that know how to cook well, or if they do, it involves stuff like ramen that gets old quick. And now for one last thing, to enjoy the fruits of your labors. This is the sandwich that we all made together. As you can see, I could not sustain myself and I already ate it, but let's enjoy it together. Yum.